Hello Aries, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still somewhat new, just over a year old, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate all of you so much, all my subscribers, all my viewers. You can't have a channel without you, so thank you all. For those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's a series. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One. This is book 1, which I've read aloud live on Facebook and uploaded all those videos for you to watch for free here on YouTube. Just to see how you like the story. Just know that book 2 is published and available. All the links that you need for my books are in the description box below, whether it's to purchase or to watch me read book 1 aloud. All right, everyone, so welcome back. Those of you who are not new, welcome to my new tablescape. This is the summer decor. It is now summer, and I just love this so much. I've been planning this for a while. I've got this beautiful fabric here that looks like pool water to me, and I've got all these cute little things like this beautiful little mermaid tail here, and I made this. This is your abundance visual. So this was just a little favor that you could get for parties, and this is just a plastic bead. Oh, and this is a COVID mask that I cut up, and it was white, so I dyed it with strawberries because I didn't have any dye. My tie-dye stuff was at my sister's house. And then here's another thing that is so awesome. This little lamp that is I got. It's a little dolphin. Now dolphins, they're symbolic of Atlantis, like Larimar. This is the stone Larimar that is said to have been created when Atlantis went down. So I have all these cute things. I got sunglasses on my son, and I've got, these are seagulls, in case you didn't know. And these are from scrapbooking, little flip-flops over here, and a sand pail, and sunglasses. This is life's a beach. And then have a ball over here with this little umbrella and all the shells and everything. So I just love it. And so I got some new tarot decks. Today we're going to be using the Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson and illustrated by Julie Dillon. This is a lot like the Enchanted Forest deck that I have. Different creator, but very similar, and I love it as much. At the end of the reading, I will be pulling at least one card from another new deck of mine, the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle by Angela Hartfield. This is the same creator who created the Ganesha deck that I just used recently. And I was thinking about using this deck because it has so many mermaids in it, but then I was like, no. I wanted to read from the little book, from the Whispers of the Ocean, but this week I guess we're not doing that because I'm going to be using this deck because for Virgo, the very first reading that I did this week, they got the Queen of Wands. In this deck, the Queen of Wands is Pele. And so I just was told, get the deck. So when I shuffled and pulled out a card, what I got was Pele. So I just wanted to show you. And so I knew that, and she's been showing up too. In another reading she came up. So I'm going to be pulling some cards from the Legendary Ladies deck, Legendary Ladies Goddess deck by Anne Shen. So I'm like, okay, you don't have to tell me twice. If I need to clarify, I'll use the Tarot of the Cloisters. I looked up the creator of this tarot, and it is by Michelle Leavitt. All right, everyone, so as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will and major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the story that you wrote for your own life before you incarnated so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain important lessons of life that, when learned, raise the wisdom and vibration encoded within your soul. Because of the free will, it is possible to lower in vibration during a lifetime. But if you can manage to keep getting higher and higher, you will come to a lifetime where you are what is called enlightened, like Jesus, Buddha, Isis, Thoth. We know that these people can have affected a great deal of positive change on our planet. And so when we're looking at these major arcana cards, it's a lot like looking at your fate, but not exactly, because of the free will. There are times we write things into our divine blueprint that we can't change no matter how hard we try. That's because we wrote it that way. And those times are indicated to me by the Wheel of Fortune card, which you do not have. All right, Aries, let's get started here. All right, so right here at the heart of everything, we've got the Strength card. Okay, so this is about, we all know the meaning, well, you may or may not know. The meaning of the Strength card is you're having to be strong right now. This is also the card of Leo. There may be a Leo involved here. But this is being strong to endure what's going on right now. You may feel like you're having to be really strong right now, but this particular, I like to work with the energies that each tarot deck is created with. So I read these, what the artist was thinking when they created this. And this is about a right whale. The southern right whale has basically no real predators, it says here in the tarot, and so the only animal that can mess with it is human. And you know, it's trapped in some netting here. Okay, so the idea is sometimes that we think that we're big and powerful and we don't need help. There's sometimes when we think other people are big and powerful and they don't need help. But everybody needs help at some time, okay? When we make these types of judgments about others, it creates dangerous situations. So that's basically what it's saying here. Everybody struggles, everyone needs assistance once in a while, okay? So that's what's going on with this particular card in this particular deck, so that if that resonates with you, there you go. But like I said, also, this is the esoteric alchemical meaning for this card, though, is when you are balancing out your inner beast. Our body is an animal, a beast. And it comes with programming, okay? It comes with instincts. It comes with memories. It's in our blood. It's in the water. It's in our soul. We have a lot of information encoded in all parts of our being. So sometimes the beast, that is our body, wants to do things that we don't want it to do, and that's even emotions and stuff. And so what the Strength card means is going inside and taming your inner beast with love, with self-care, self-love, and gentleness. So now, but this, like I said, this is focused on providing help to someone that may not seem like they need help. And Leo. Now, here's the card that crosses this. Leo is fire as well. And here we have you. This is the Emperor, Aries energy. And this is always read right side up. Okay? So this Emperor is Poseidon. All right? And he takes his job very seriously. This is boss energy. You probably know your card. The Emperor is the sacred masculine energy. So you are feeling very strong. You're bossing up. You are in your element. There is a lot of fire here. Okay? At the heart of everything is this strength Leo fire energy. The energy that is crossing it is this fire energy, which is you. So there is a lot of fire here. Okay? That's passion. That's energy itself. It's strong emotion. It's inspiration. It's creation. Okay? That's what fire energy is. Now, Poseidon, the message with the upright Poseidon in this deck is that, you know that there are some things that only you can do. They're very important, okay? And you know that you need a solid foundation on which to grow. So there's a part of you here that is bossing up, like I said, in your element, using your sacred masculine energies. So these are both, they both feel very masculine. This is, I feel it's focused on these masculine energies. Now, here we have what is at the root of all of this, and this is pentacle energy. Okay, this is the 6. Can you see it? 6 of Pentacles. Now, traditionally, the 6 of Pentacles is all about being charitable, helping others. Okay, so like this, this is about being strong, and this is about taming your inner beast. Yes, but this message here kind of goes with this. This is about, sometimes people need help even when they probably shouldn't. This is about helping others too, being charitable. So what these little mermaids are doing is they are adding oxygen to the water. It's easy for them. It's not a, they're doing it for everyone, not just themselves. Okay, so they're taking these little bubbles and oxygenating the water here. And so there's a message with this card here about what can you do to add value to the world around you. Well, you may be helping this person by bossing up, by taking the lead, by being supportive. The sacred masculine is supportive, helpful, knows what he's doing, doesn't hesitate to take the lead. Okay, so it's like you've been wanting to help the whole world. This is very good karma. Okay, but this right here is basically balancing things out too. There's a Libra feel to this 6 of Pentacles, because a lot of the time you'll see on a 6 of Pentacles tarot card an adult that has money, a rich person who has money and a scale, and they're handing it out to those who are less fortunate. And that creates a kind of balance because they have so much money, the other people don't really have any money, and so it balances a little bit by giving to others. So the root of everything is you trying to give to others, being the boss. Now, this is the past. I'm turning to this page here in the book because, hang on guys. Right. Okay. So this is Temperance, Sagittarius energy, more fire. So we've had now all 3 fire cards. Okay, she is in the reverse. But now we've had them. We've got Leo, we've got Aries, and we've got Sagittarius here. So lots and lots of fire here. Now, Temperance is it has a lot of meanings here, but the reversal of this card in this particular deck is what I'm feeling here. Okay, so what this mermaid is doing is creating some kind of potion, okay, out of balance. This has to do with moderation and patience, mixing not too much, not too little. This is the influence of the divine. This can be when you've learned how to do this, you can be your own twin flame. However, this is your recent past that is moving out of your life at this time. This is the reversal of Temperance. So let me just read this. It says, the reverse meaning for this is when you are out of step with Temperance or have failed to fully engage in your time with her, you may have noticed that all the timed events of your life are a little off. Nothing seems to line up. People in your life keep missing each other. Places you want to go seem to always be out of reach, and things you want never seem to coincide with your flow of abundance. Everything just feels out of step, out of sync, missing some crucial piece of information. Perhaps next time you will pay better attention to Temperance and her ways. Whoa, that was... Temperance is not too much, not too little. Basically moderation, balancing things out, the grand alchemy of life. Okay, so I think that, see, when she's in the reverse, she means impatience. She means, overdoing it, totally, being out of balance. So you may not have been moderating something in your life. You could have been overdoing something. And you may have been very impatient as well. But I really do feel that because of this, things in your life have been feeling like that, out of sync. Not lucky. Things are missing. People's timing. The timing has been wrong for this and for that, and it's just been not what you were trying to do. You got caught up somehow with this impatience and being out of balance. Now, we started out with strength and the Emperor, very, strength can be masculine. What we have here, okay, up here, these 2 cards for me as a reader, if you're new, are future cards. They are both kings. And they're both in the reverse. All right, let me look up this one here because I forgot his name. Now, this is the King of Wands, the King to Pele. In this particular deck, the Queen of Wands is goddess Pele, but here we have her husband, the King of Wands. I'll just show him to you. Okay, but he's in the reverse. So this masculine energy is not in sacred masculine energy. His name, Kamahoali'i. Kamahoali'i. Okay, let me just show it to you. Kamahoali'i. Okay, King Kamahoali'i. He is the Shark King. Okay, so he's trying to help make sure that everything is safe. Okay, that's what his job is, to make sure his kingdom is safe while his queen fulfills her duties. But in the reverse, this has a message about predators It can be easy to forget that predators are dangerous. Hunting, stalking, and killing is part of their nature. This behavior is not something for which they feel guilt or remorse. It is part of who they are. Remember, too, that despite the predator's cool calculation, they don't always get their prey. In fact, they often miss more than they hit, which builds a high level of resilience in them. If you are finding that you are missing your target more often than not at the moment, know that a deeper lesson is playing out. Your resilience muscles have weakened and need to be strengthened. So instead of throwing fireballs with all of your might and fury, use this time to strengthen your resolve and get in touch with your inner predator. So I had to read that because it's saying, so, if you find that you're missing your target more often than not at this moment, okay? Now that is just saying right here, this temperance. Okay, things aren't working out the way you thought. And it's this non-moderation. It's this being out of balance. Like I said, when she's upright, this represents someone who has their masculine and their sacred masculine and sacred feminine energies completely balanced, and they become their own twin flame. When it's upside down, this is saying that your energy, alchemically as well, is not in balance. And so what that does is it's bringing you challenges. It's making things like you got bad timing, people are missing each other. You know what I mean? So this says to strengthen your resolve. And then so what we start out with here is strength, which is crossed by your boss energy. So this is what I'm feeling, that these two cards is the main subject here. I don't even know if you're already feeling this, but this is a main message that Spirit is sending you right now to rebalance yourself, to strengthen your resolve, boss up, because there's something going on here, something about predators, okay? Something about protecting yourself, protecting others, and being ready to do so. As the King of Wands here, this is your energy. This is you. Of course, this can also be a Leo. But this is your reading, okay? So look at this. This is don't forget to strengthen your resolve, because there's a threat to your kingdom or something here. Or possibly some sort of situation you may need to go through in order to learn. So here's the next king, okay? This is the King of Pentacles, Earth energy. All right, so he's about, now his section here, he doesn't have a name, but what it does talk about is the conduits, the god of rivers. This is talking about this says, it's important to understand that the king is not obligated to share anything with you. As one of his many subjects in his ever-growing kingdom, you will benefit from his mastery on a very basic level, but he owes you nothing beyond that. So if you ask him for something, you must allow him to do so on his terms and in his way if you truly want him to bless you with knowledge and understanding of the material world. Neediness and impatience will only drive this king away. Impatience. Be careful. The King of Pentacles can be a great deal of money. It can be a boss. It can be a job. It can be, what do you think of the king would be, right? This could be somebody who has a successful business, a successful business mind. All kings are adults. So this is an adult that has his health and wealth together. He can be very generous and stuff like this, but here he's in the reverse. So this has this, it says, okay, so neediness and impatience will only drive this king away, as he wants you to learn that flowing abundance in all of its forms is not a trick, but a never-ending process. So he knows how much work has to be put into something. The thing about the river, the conduits, is that the rivers carve their own way, little by little, every day. They carve their own beds into the earth. And so what he's saying is that he knows the importance of working hard every single day to get to where he is. So it just depends on what this King of Pentacles represents. This could be your boss. This could be a person that you're working with. Somebody who's obviously equal with you, because you have these two kings here. Even if it had been a queen, I would say you were equal, because that's the way I am. That's how I read tarot, is the kings and queens are both equal. They just have different personalities, okay? But and also a masculine energy or a feminine energy. This is a masculine energy. It can be a woman who has a more masculine energy. However, I feel with him in the reverse, it's like he may not be wanting to help you. If you need help from this king, be very grateful and understand that it takes a lot of work to get to where he is. You know what though? You are bossing up here hella. Okay? And your intentions here, the root of everything, is very good. You have this very good energy where you want to help the whole world, right? You want to help everybody. You know, maybe not just the people, but the entire planet, like the water and the air and all that stuff, right? So maybe if you can exercise a little bit more patience, if you can see this is moving out of your life too. So you may be even on your way to flipping this energy and becoming balanced and becoming powerful, your own twin flame again, because this not being balanced is moving out. Alrighty. Now here is your hope. All right, this is the Two of Swords. Let's just show it to you right side up. Now this Two of Swords in this particular deck is a lot like the Five of Wands in others, where this is this is about sparring. Okay, these are two friends, and they're, one's a merman and one's a regular human being, I think, and they're sparring. They're friends, okay? A lot of the time in other decks, this is being at a crossroads, and you have two different ways you can go, but you got to use your intuition to figure it out. So this has a message of saying that you may be refusing to see that one of your options is clearly more capable than the other. For whatever reason, you want both to be feasible, but they just are not. So, it says eventually the idea or option that has the most strength, stamina, and expertise will wear you down. The fight was over before it even begun. You just haven't realized it yet. So this is, you're hoping that you won't need to make a choice, that it was already written in your divine blueprint. So even though you may not be able to see it quite yet, I think what you're doing is you're just hoping that that one way is just way better than the other, and it'll just show itself, and you don't really have to choose. All right, so now here we've got the star, Aquarius energy, hopes and dreams. Okay, this is, you know what I mean? Now the star here, it's all about your hopes and dreams, your wishes. It's also about healing and stuff. However, this is talking about not being clear on what you want, and that you're really just chasing your own tail. This is saying you need to focus, be still, and make that decision. Okay? Yeah. It says, it has the advice to there cannot be forward movement or progress until you know the direction in which you wish to go. Stop the noise, go within, and allow your heart to beat clearly and loudly. So while you're hoping that you don't need to make a decision here, that it'll just automatically just make itself, it's like, no. You need to make this decision yourself. You need to know what brings you joy and happiness. Boss up and go for it, okay? Because otherwise, your wish fulfillment, your healing, it's a no-go. But I want to show you that this spirit is showing you this in this card. Because maybe what you can do is flip it. Just like temperance. You know, if you start balancing out more and you become more tempered and more even, healing, hopes and dreams, synchronicities will come back. Okay? Synchronicities meaning good timing and things like that. Those will start working out again. This is your fear. It's pretty self-explanatory. This is the Ten of Cups. This is your soul family. This is your happy home. It's in the reverse. Okay? So you're just like, you're afraid that your happy home isn't going to be your happy home anymore, basically. You're afraid that you won't have this happy ending. The Ten of Cups is the happy ending. Your soul family, those that you get along with. Okay? But this has a message to it in the reverse about also feeling like you don't belong. You know, like you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. And, you know, yeah, that's what I feel from that. That's the only thing that pops out at me at in this description of this particular card. Yeah. You want to be part of your soul family, but your fear is that you won't fit in. But they're your soul family. You know, just look at these reversals. Okay? There's a lot of negative energy going on here. And this is at the root of everything. This good energy. So what the heck? So it's just like this imbalance here threw everything off. But it's going away now. It's going away now. You know, you might be starting to see that, I mean, if you don't know what you want, at least this can show you what you don't want. You're afraid of not having a soul family. You're afraid of not fitting in with those that you feel are your soul family. You're afraid of not having a happy ending. Now, here is your end. We started with fire. We're going to be ending with fire here. This is the Knight. Okay, this is the Knight of Wands. He doesn't have a name. He stands guard. He's a lot like the King. So I feel like this is you. Okay? Because we can't have two King of Wands in this deck, and we already used your card, right? So the universe used the Knight. Here, he is in the reverse again. He is also another Sagittarius energy, so you've got two cards of Sagittarius here in the reverse. But if that means anything to anyone. But I just really feel like this is you. Now, this is your outcome. This is talking about you being prepared, because you never know when you need to act. You never know when someone or something will come along and need your complete and utter focus and concentration. Okay? The last sentence here, it says, slacking off and not taking your training and skills seriously may end up harming more than just yourself in the long run. Okay, so these two go together. This is like be diligent, be strong, and protect your kingdom. Okay, so these are currently in the reverse to give you this message, right? However, these right here, just, come on, you're Aries, you can handle this, right? You guys are, your heart's in the right place. You're good. You're strong. You're the boss. You're the boss of your own life. You're the boss of your own kingdom and of the empire. This emperor is all the kings rolled up into one. These two kings right here could be your attitudes. This, of course, these could be people, but you'll see. This is going to be about a week. Each reading can be about a week, unless, say, you watch this reading and then you don't watch like another reading again for a long time and then you come back. That's as long as it will be. The timing of these readings is basically up to you. Okay? But I'm just showing you here that the universe wants you to know that you are very strong, you're very capable, you're made for this. And this whole thing about your skills, though, I just really feel like this has to do with more than just protecting your kingdom. I think this is your spiritual skills as well. Okay? If you do not get back into this spiritual alchemy of balance, of being your own twin flame, your life is probably, what this does is it puts things out of sync, out of balance. Things don't work for you, okay? And this has this warning, use your skills. When he's in the reverse, it's like, you've got skills, get back to them. Trust in these skills, okay? So this is totally saying, with these two Sagittarius cards, balance yourself again. Do the alchemic work, and things will start working. Let's go ahead and, oh, I forgot. here is the underlying energy of this entire read, okay? And what we have here is the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords is, it can be a child. There might be a young air sign around you, but this is the underlying energy of the entire thing, okay? This is like innocence. A lot of the times, the Page of Swords is someone who is like a supervisor that will watch you and report back to someone. When they're in the reverse or upside down, this is the bad type of stalking and watching and stuff, but she's right side up. So this particular page, though, the story is that she's found this sword. She doesn't know what the heck it is. She's completely innocent. Swords are intellect. So this is about thoughts, ideas that seem harmless. They may initially feel exciting, but not all thoughts should be held on to. Not all ideas should be brought into the physical world. God, I'm already at 40 minutes. I better hurry the heck up here. All right. Please don't forget to like. Let's get you your oracle cards and close out your reading. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please subscribe, comment, share, all of that. I love it all. Thank you all so much. And don't forget to check out my books. You can watch me read book 1 aloud. See if you like the story. All right, please give me messages, closing messages for Aries, please. Wow, calm down there, cards. Uh-oh. Don't you have anything to say for Aries? Thank you. Alrighty. Let's just go ahead now and... Ooh. How pretty. They're all so pretty. We've got 4 of them. All right. Leaping through the air. A plan you have made is on track. If you were waiting for something, get to work and stop putting off ideas or projects you are considering. That has, what did I just said? These are flying fish, like air element. Okay, so 37, look beyond the surface. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth into your world. Okay, so here's the whale. Okay, look at it. It looks like the exact same whale. The strength to do what? The strength to look at this says, what is the motivation here? To help the world. Why? Because of love. Because we all love each other. Because we all belong together. Okay? Self-love and love of others. Okay, so 24, love where you are. Use your sensitivity to know when to act. Connect your heart to your head when determining what you would like. So this is talking about, hey, make a decision here. What do you want? What are all your hopes and dreams? What's going to heal you? You got to make that decision, not just think that it's going to be made for you. And the colors go with that as well. And setting up parameters. Assess your relationships and determine how they are aligned with your goals. Setting boundaries requires an honest evaluation of your present relationships. So yeah, I'm just feeling, you've got a lot of upside down energy here. So check it out and see if you need to, this is talking about predators or about, setting up boundaries, set up parameters, boundaries. What are you going to allow in your space or not? All right, let's see if Pele comes out, but she's not really here, so as Queen of Wands, but you do have King Kamo'ali'i. Kamo'ali'i. Oh, for crying out loud. All right, let's do it again. Look, she's still there. All right. Goddesses, what would you like to say in this reading that really focuses a lot on masculine energy? What would you like to say, feminine? Thank you. Wow, boy, you've got a mermaid. Atergatis. Balance. Oh my God. Balance. Bring balance back to your life. Look at her. It's the same. She looks like the same person. The same mermaid. Oh, yep. And Tara. Protection. Protect your kingdom. Protect yourself. Protect your mission. All right. Let's see, how much control do you have over this? I can gauge that by the number of major arcana to minor, and you do have a lot of major arcana here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, okay, yeah, so 4. You got Strength, the Emperor, Temperance, and the Star. Okay, so yeah, 4 out of 10 cards means that almost half of this is your divine blueprint. However, you do have free will. You are bossing up. There's a lot of masculine energy here that is you're going to be using. So, all right, so that's what I have for you at this time, Aries. See you next time.